real quick.
Come on, man. Let's talk about our previous. Sorry.
On the news of presidents, though, Donald Trump just had to sit down with the Nelk boys.
Let's go.
Oh, he sat with Nelk. I didn't realize it was the Nelk boys.
Yeah, he sat down with the Nelk boys.
Those guys are All right, so look, their podcast. They haven't been doing it for that long, so sometimes it was kind of like weak, like as far as the podcast execution, like who am I to talk? But I'm just saying, as someone who watches the Joe Buddens of the world, watches the Joe Rogans, watches the Rory and Miles,
the Andrew Schultz,
the Andrew Schultz. Yeah, I don't. But no. I'm talking about he was talking about Rory and Mal, but it's just it kind of seemed like it was there. I mean, you can't just shoot 3 episodes and be fired, but it's wild because their first 3 episodes are like Shaq, Dennis Rodman, like. They're getting everybody. In fact, they've had Dana White on there. They've had everybody, bro.
They were famous like before they started doing the podcast.
Antonio Brown. Too, yeah. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. They're enough. But just as far as like podcasting, it was immediately with these people, and now they got Trump on there.
It was crazy.
That's fire, bro. And can you believe? I can't believe, but fucking YouTube took it down.
So that was the big thing about it. So weird. That YouTube took it down, and it was funny. Like in the podcast, Trump was like, "They're probably going to take it down. They're probably going to demonize all this other stuff," and he called it. Like he said it in the podcast, they're gonna take it down. And YouTube, like
I feel like that's doing too much. Like to take it down, it makes you look a certain type of way. Like because it makes him look better when he's sitting there saying, and you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna take this shit down. They're gonna do whatever, and then I'm gonna grab her by the pussy. And then it's just like they're gonna and they actually listen and take it down. It makes them look like, bro, you're trying to censor people.
Exactly.
Because honestly, bro. I mean, I don't know. Did he say anything that crazy on the podcast? That was like
the only thing that I could see why they would take it down is he keeps going back to the election and how fraudulent it was, and I'm like, bro, you gotta let that shit go.
Yeah, bro. Do a poll of everyone that's been on the YouTube platform, like 13 and over. They ask them, "Hey, does Trump think the election was rigged?" Everyone fucking knows he does.
Yeah.
So him going and saying it on the platform, it's not like it was something new. People are like, "Wait a minute, he still thinks that." Yeah. Bro, his shit wasn't going to change.
They're going to Alex Jones ass.
It's like a motherfucker, when a motherfucker lose by decision in UFC, like Kobe Covington, he lost to Kamaru twice. Each time he's like, no, I for sure won that fight. Everyone saw it, knows he lost the fight. Yeah. He's going to keep saying it. So that's like he goes on a press tour and he mentions it again. You're like, wait, he still thinks that? Yeah, he still thinks that shit. He already said it 1,000,000 times.
Yeah. No, it was
tweaking for that.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like, it was really cool, like, to watch him speak. And the
You're
more...
a fan.
No, I'm not a fan.
Bro, I can't lie. I missed him.
You probably just missed the entertainment, like the entertainment factor of it. But it's just crazy because like the more that we see Joe Biden in office, like I feel like a lot of people are looking back at Trump now like, damn, we should have got Trump back in office, because like he at least had more of a grip or more control about foreign relations. Because he was talking about our relationship with North Korea. He was also talking about Putin and how he was like, Putin would never have done that. I've talked to Putin about Ukraine. He loves Ukraine. He does not love Ukraine if that motherfucker's blowing the shit
Trump is a cocksucker because off the rip when this happened, he's like, yeah, it was a smart move by Putin. And he started praising his ass. Then it got worse. Now you see all the social uprise. And now he's like, it just would have never happened on my watch. Bro, you were complimenting him for doing this shit. It's a very smart move because if he loses whatever. Bro, they had him on the news and they were saying, what were they saying? Oh, okay. I think Biden had talked about that Russian forces were moving a certain way, like they were going somewhere. And then he's like, why would he announce that? That's completely like ridiculous. He shouldn't have said that. Why is he telling people what we're doing and what and he's saying, nah. He said the Russian forces are doing that because they are. And he's like, oh, all right. I was like, what the fuck? Like, bro, you really just not be kept up. And he's sitting there, he started going in. I gotta find that clip. But yeah, that shit was that shit's jokes.
I mean, he was saying a lot. Oh, good.
No, go ahead.
He was saying a lot of shit. Like,
fuck
I wish
me, right?
hey, don't bust my balls. So
busting your chops.
You busting my balls. No, he was saying a lot of shit. I wish I had like a fact checker or like some to look it up, like all the shit he was saying. But he's more of an entertainer. Like he's definitely entertaining to listen to. When it comes to that side, which I don't know is the best for politics. And he was also saying like it was crazy because before, like we've never seen anything like him, right? Like we've only had politicians and people who were generals.
He's like the Conor McGregor of politics.
Exactly. So it's like we've only had politicians and we had war generals who've been president. He's the first outsider, quote unquote outsider, and he's a businessman. So. And he was also talking about the gas prices. He was like, Joe. He kind of called it. He was like, if you have Joe Biden in there, gas is gonna go up. Which I mean, I don't know. Think that was the hardest thing to call. I think it was kind of. I don't know.
It's also like he was stating that because of the Obama administration and the Biden administration, there's a reason why Russia and China are like uniting. It's because of them, especially when he was going back to when he was in power. It's like he would have conversations with Putin.
But China is actually not supporting Russia.
Yeah, but if they had to pick a side, they would side with Russia.
They already didn't side with Russia though. They haven't sided with them. I forgot what they did. Where they blocked off something as well. Even they've jumped in and been smart enough to not fuck with them. Just because, bro, Russia's crazy, bro. And the more power he gets, because that was the fear. But I forgot what they did that basically was like, oh shit, yeah, they're not fucking with Russia either. So I guess I can't name it off the.
But even if they're not fucking with Russia, if it came down to a world war, those two powers would be more so together than like China and America or Russia and America. It would be China and
so much trade between us and China. We do have a lot of trade, but also, dude, I feel like no one has any trust in Putin. Like, he's too crazy, too radical. Like, he really might set off some crazy shit that's detrimental to the whole company.